So did you have one turning point where you were involved in the day-to-day, you were doing everything, all the back end stuff?
Man, wait! I thought I was interviewing you.
I know, but
I'm just kidding.
I'm really curious. And then what if there was one thing? What was that pivotal thing that got you skyrocketing? You were in the trenches for a while, right? You were doing the residential.
Yeah. I started off doing single family homes, but I skyrocketed quick, man. So I don't know if you know my story, but I used to be a drug dealer, man.
Yeah,
and I went to prison.
So
I never had a job, so I didn't understand anything but success. I didn't understand excuses because, excuses didn't matter. Like I didn't have no employer. You know what? I come home to my wife and make an excuse? Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so I would say the one thing, if you really want to know, when I met Mike Ely back in 2003, Mike was broke. He just lost everything. And I still had drug money. I had a nightclub. I was trying to meet Mike to recruit him to run a nightclub. And I said, and Mike kept saying, he kept rolling up this little Corolla. Now you think about this, guy rolling up in a little Corolla. I got $500,000 worth of cars. And he kept saying, man, I really like that Range Rover. I had a Range Rover. It's only a couple years old. So he kept saying that, and I really didn't want it because didn't drive it much, and I threw him the key and said, man, just take it and pay me for it. And he was like, I can't pay you for that. See, the reason I did that was because when I met Mike, you got to think I was in the streets, man. I didn't know anybody that graduated from high school hardly, never yet college. And so Mike gave me this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I know you probably read, right? And I didn't just read that book. I became that book. Everything he talked about. And so I absorb. I'm like a chameleon. I can do anything, right? And so when I read that book, within a week, I was that book. I was so proactive. And then I was so grateful to Mike because I never met anybody before. I mean, so I understand the struggle that people go through. And so that was a turning moment. Because at that point forward, I was proactive about everything. I was no longer reactive, and everything that I was doing was focused directly on the goal.
But a lot of people would be content with a couple residential, a couple of multifamilies. Were your eyes always set on the big picture down the road? Or were you at one point like, you know what? I'm going to try to pick up 4 houses.
You got to think, brother. I've always done it. I wasn't a little drug dealer. I was a big drug dealer. So I wasn't little.
So you understood scaling.
I understood scale. I mean, they came to me. They said, Nate, we want to give you 4,000 pounds, and we're going to deliver it to Columbus, Ohio. And I thought about it. I said, man, I don't know them people. What if they get caught? They're going to tell on me. I had to be in control, right? So that was the biggest, hardest part for me to scale was letting go of the control because nobody can do it as good as you.
Right.
But understanding that if you train these people, and that if you train them, they'll give you 80 or 90% of what you were going to get and moving on and working on the next system. Because, see, I get bored. Yeah. It's not about the money. Yeah. If it was about the money, I would have quit a long time ago. Yeah. It's not about the money. It's about the challenge. So that's what drives me.
That's a wild correlation.
Yeah.
That you understood scaling, and that probably helped you a lot when you got into real estate.
And delegating. Yeah. And systems. You're getting X amount of pounds in. I wasn't even looking at pounds back then. I was looking at how many grams I was getting in because they had these 12-gram baggies, and everybody accounted when you're selling weed, a 10-gram baggie. So I would get the 12-gram baggies. I would get an extra 2 grams, and you're getting that. So by the time you bag up 300-something pounds, you got an extra 2 pounds of weed that you're selling for $1,400. You got extra $2,800. I mean, just simple math.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was simple math. And then so I'd always catch people. I say, man, you got that. What was it? The yellow and green? It was the yellow and green ones. They're Glad. Yellow and green zip.
Okay.
You've obviously never sold weed. So I remember going to CVS, man. I bought all these gallon baggies, and the lady said, "What the hell are you doing with all them bags?" I said, we've been fishing. She was like, "That's a lot of fish." And I was like, crap, man, the feds are following me. I started getting paranoid, man. But like I said, it's passion.
Yeah.
What drives me in real estate doesn't drive most people. I'm not driven by the money.
Yeah.
Chasing
deals, right?
Huh?
Chasing deals.
It's challenges. I got to be challenged. I get bored. Like I'm bored with multifamily. I could go make $10, $20 million this year in multifamily. I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm bored with it. I don't want to do any more of it. You know, honestly, I don't want to do any more.
Yeah.
I'm bored with it. Plus, it's too much work for too little money. You do these hotels. We do 100 hotels this year. We're gonna make at least four to 600 million in profit, quick, right? And that's if we don't sell them off and create a REIT, then we'll make $1 billion plus.
Yeah.
So it's easy, man. It's all easy. It's all putting the right people in place, and it's easy. It's having a vision to know which ones to buy, how to buy them, how to structure the notes, how to raise the capital. Which that's my challenge. That's my challenge right now. I said to Mike, yesterday I said, look, man, we've never taken the easy way out because we got this group that wants to give us however much money we want. I said, but they're going to be in somewhat control. I said, I don't want to do that. I want to go the hard route. I want to raise our own money. And I don't want to raise it. I want to figure out how we get somebody with a sales floor to raise it for us. Scale, right? I don't want to sit down and make calls and answer calls. I don't want to be in charge of these investors. I want to go after and make sure we hit their returns. That's it.
That was my next question. So do you do anything during the day for your business that you don't like doing, or have you already offloaded all of that?
The only thing I do and I have to do and I hate it is every day whenever they can't solve a problem, they call me. So whenever there's a problem nobody else can solve, they've been out there working on it for hours, or they don't have a good subcontract or good solution, they call me.
Okay.
So I don't like that because we're like these 277 units. I'm in charge of making sure all the city orders are closed, right? So I got people to delegate that to, but that still weighs on me at night because I know that that stuff has to be done quick. And we're in a time right now where you can't even hire people, man. It's so hard to hire construction guys, and I'm not at a point where I want to go hire new people. I probably got 80 guys out working a day. I don't want to go hire another 10 or 20 because you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That guy didn't work out. He stole something off the job. We got the lockbox. Somebody came back at night. It ain't the 80 guys that have been working with us for years. It's the new guy.
Right.
So that's the hardest part. And then Home Depot calls me all the time. If my nephew misses a call, because I have a controller that takes care of a lot of it. But on my jobs, I have to know, like, what's going on. I still want to know what's going on, because I'm responsible. The reason I learned so much was because when I went through the last downturn, I went through bankruptcy, I learned so much. So that helped catapult my success because I didn't give up. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, Nate Barger on YouTube, and hit the bell, and you'll be notified on any new videos that come out.